Raccoons can swim underwater and stay submerged for as long as 15 minutes because they have a slow metabolic rate. This means that it takes them longer to use up the oxygen stored in their lungs, which allows them to stay underwater much longer than most land mammals. However, if they go too deep and remain submerged for too long, they can drown. Raccoons also have webbed feet that help them swim. Raccoons are most at home in the water where they can move with ease, snatch up aquatic plants and animals, and clean off their food. They will even dive to catch fish. They sometimes rest near the water or even climb into trees along rivers or lakes for safety. Raccoons are also quite agile on land but are able to jump in the water when threatened by predators. Raccoons require at least one source of open fresh or saltwater that is within a half-mile radius of their den site in order to survive. It is believed that the original ancestors of raccoons lived on the shores of an ancient sea. They are still found on every continent except Antarctica, but their natural habitat is now mainly forested areas near water sources. How far can raccoons swim? Raccoons can swim up to 3 miles at a stretch. They have webbed feet and sharp claws which help them in swimming. These animals are found mostly near the seashore. In general, they live near water as that suits their habitat perfectly. Raccoons prefer deep water as it helps them to escape from predators easily. How fast can raccoons swim? If you were wondering, how fast are raccoons in swimming, then the answer would be that these animals have the ability to swim at a speed of 4 miles per hour. They also have great stamina and they do not get tired easily. Another interesting fact about this animal is that it can stay underwater for a very long time. Can baby raccoons swim? Yes, they can. However, because of their lack of body fat and their poorly developed insulating coat, young raccoons should not be in the water for more than an hour at a time. In the water, they are more susceptible to hypothermia and this will greatly affect their chances of survival. If the water is less than 10 C50 F, baby raccoons cannot swim at all. As a general rule, if you plan on entering the water for a swim, don't bring your babies with you. Leave them on the shore in a ventilated container with their eyes shielded from direct sunlight. No matter the season, baby raccoons need special care. If you've found an orphaned or injured raccoon, please contact your local wildlife rehabilitator for advice on how to provide the best possible care for your orphaned raccoon by clicking here. Even if it is an adult raccoon, you can still call your local wildlife rehabilitator to get advice on the best way to take care of your orphaned or injured wild animal. Your local wildlife rehabilitators are volunteers and will provide you with all the information you need for free. Do raccoons swim at night? Yes, raccoons can swim at night. However, they do not only swim at night, but every time they need to cross a body of water. They use rivers, swamps, or even small creeks for their crossings. When the distance between two raccoon territories becomes too far, some individuals decide to travel in order to find another place for their home. If the area is covered with rivers or creeks, they cross them by swimming. However, raccoons are not very good at controlling their body temperature. The reason for it is that they have a low amount of sweat glands. Therefore, if the weather gets too hot or too cold, they can't always survive, because they need to preserve as much energy as possible. In this case, crossing a body of water protects them from the heat and cold. The same thing applies even if they swim in a river or a creek. They try to find the area that has the best temperature for them, so they can easily survive. On top of that, raccoons need water in order to survive as well as take care of their fur. The fur is not as shiny and beautiful as it is when the animals are living in the water.